Hey, crypto holders, the tide is shifting, but could there be something going on in the background? Bit of a hidden signal maybe that could show us where the markets might be going in 2025. Well, I want to talk about that with you. How hidden it is, I suppose, with the Treasury Secretary is talking about, everyone's talking about DXY, but still these macro factors, very, very important. Got charts to talk about, all kinds of fun stuff, answering your questions second half of the stream. So let's get it. Let's go. So first and foremost, this in response to this, U.S. Treasury Secretary sent Trump wants lower interest rates. Focused on the 10-year Treasury. Interest rates are going to fall. The bond market, hopefully, not going to explode on the long tail bonds, meaning that it's good for risk assets. Exploding bond rates is not good for anybody. Trump wants lower interest rates. They want the 10-year Treasury to come down. Okay? Fajal says, very important distinction that they're focused on the long end. I think this is why last week Trump agreed that the Fed pausing was the right move. This time around, he knows instead of trying to force the Fed funding rate lower, he can be more effective on the long end. He's more focused on where the real economic activity occurs, the long end of the bonds. Nick from Coin Bureau here sharing a nice chart. 10-year US T-bill yield has broken through a 5-month uptrend. The downtrend could be beginning for bonds, which is a good thing. Good for risk assets. Sochi Flipper, 183,000 jobs were added in the month of January, blowing past expectations of 150,000. People just keep getting jobs. The U.S. economy just keeps not being in a recession. You know, the doomers out there, the guys always call, 10 out of 2 recessions. They're going to be shocked by these numbers. Of course, a lot of things happening in the U.S. economy, and in a few months, we may see different results. Okay. Bravo's research here sharing U.S. manufacturing finally expanding for the first time since March 2024. If this continues, the U.S. economy might be on the brink of a cyclical recovery. Very, very interesting. You can see, of course, where from it is very interesting. You just pay attention to this. Okay. Have a look at this. So let's go back here. 2016, we bounced. Guess what came next? 2017 into 2018. Mega cycle. Crazy bull run, of course. 2020, we bounced back out after the COVID crash. Look what happens. Boom, manufacturing expands right into 2021, coinciding with the bull market. Now, there's so many of these different things, the PMI and stuff like that, that coincide with Bitcoin tops. So Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency market more broadly, so much of it comes down to what's going in the macro scene. We trade as a big proxy for all these sort of macroeconomic indicators, particularly for U.S. markets. It seems no other market anywhere else. The rest of the world could just disappear. All we need is the U.S. markets, man. That's the complete indicator for how crypto is going to perform. It's insane. Oh, sometimes China bans Bitcoin. We all freak out. But other than that, check this out. Kabizi letter sharing. Retail is buying near record levels. Retail traders purchased $3 billion of equities after the drop, largest purchase since 2015. Last week, retail traders bought $8 billion of equities amid the DeepSeek worry. So each time, last 2 weeks, we've seen big sell-offs. Retail's coming and bought. Fascinating. Why aren't they buying our dog coin? Have they heard about Fartcoin? Have these people heard about Fartcoin yet? No, seriously, because stop top blasting NVIDIA, guys. Go buy Fartcoin. What are you doing? Stock buyers, I tell you. Anyway, this the dollar index currently bouncing off the 50-day EMA. Has been showing quite a bit of weakness. You can see this is the uptrend that it was in recently. Fell through here after losing the 20-day EMA. Got rejected on the bottom end of that uptrend, which is generally a bearish indication for for dollar, any asset really. Okay, currently having a bit of a bounce. What we want to see is the dollar index continuing lower. Okay, that's the key. Dollar index go down, risk assets can go up more aggressively. So I know there's been a bit of decorrelation recently, but in general, DXY down, bonds down, economy doing good. This is all the recipe you need for the good times. Guys, if you're a cryptocurrency trader, grab yourself an account over on BitUnix. It is the hot spot to be trading crypto coins. I do a lot of my trading over here these days. No KYC, no VPN, no BS. Just come, trade, enjoy. It's that simple. There's a link down below. Clicking on the link is going to give you up to a $5,500 trading bonus, which is pretty damn sweet. So go check it out if you're a cryptocurrency trader. You want to get access to deep liquidity, all the hot altcoins, long, short, buy, spot, all that kind of stuff. BitUnix may be what you've been looking for. Go check it out. Link down below. Okay, Bitcoin right now, $99,000. We are attempting a reclaim here of the 50-day EMA, which would be a nice thing for Bitcoin. Again, it's just been in a range. As crazy as it may seem to you, despite all the volatility in your altcoin bags, Bitcoin has essentially just been one giant, big, fat plonking range here, really between 102 and 92K. You can argue there's a nice hat on top of the range, if you will, or up around $106,000. Right now, we are making an attempt to retake the 50-day EMA. If we get some nice solid daily candle closes above the 50-day EMA, that could be interesting. Now, the 20-day EMA yellow line on the chart here currently coinciding with the downtrend line right here. We take out this downtrend line, could be off to the races for at least a retest of 108, 106, let's say, potentially 108, 109 previous highs. So let's see how we play out over the next few days. Obviously, daily candle close above the 50-day EMA is what we're watching for. Not confirmed yet, okay? Plus, we still have this MACD bear cross on the weekly looming. We need to see some positive price action to avoid that scenario, okay? Standard Chartered Bank, relentless Bitcoin bulls. Bitcoin could hit $500,000 in the long term. 200K this year, 300K next year, 400K in 2027, and 500K in 2028. I guess they're assuming super cycle is here, baby. Super cycle is here. Let's go. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. You know, right now, U.S. economic situation is looking pretty good, but things can always break, right? Right now, most of the things are bottomed out. Most of the things are starting to rev up. Ironically, we're closer to a bottom than a top for most economic indicators in the USA, meaning that prices going up would be, or economy going up, economy continuing to boom will be the more likely scenario. But then there's all these sort of known, unknown impacts. How are tariffs going to play out? What's going to happen as Donald Trump lays off all these federal employees and they deport all the illegal migrants who have been working on all these job sites and stuff like that, et cetera, et cetera. Zhao says that bearish MACD is definitely ushering another 20% drop in the coming weeks. We'll see. We'll see. It's got to confirm first, but it's getting dangerously close, right? I don't think you want to see Bitcoin really closing under 85. Where are we at? Let's put the 100 on. The 100's down here. We just bounced off the 100 the other day. It's a purple line right here. Let's see where our 200 is at currently, just for reference. 200's all the way down here around $83,000. So you lose the turn today EMA, it's probably over for a while. Okay. Now, if you come down and get a wick on that, I mean, your altcoins are all just again, write them off. They're going to zero. You're going to owe some, but someone's got to come knock on your door and be like, hey, all those altcoins, they didn't just go to zero. They went negative. You owe us money now. That's how it's going to be. But if Bitcoin goes down to 83K and bounces, fine. I'm not saying it's most like a scenario. I'm just pointing out where the key lines are here. Goes under that, it's probably over for a while. Hasn't happened yet. Just, an FYI kind of scenario there. Crypto total market cap. It's an interesting one, actually. So this is on the weekly chart. 20-week moving average, yellow line on the chart right here. You see this? After the big sell-off the other day, we actually came back down, tapped the 50-week moving average and a critical area of previous resistance back here from 2024. So we came back down, basically retested the previous resistance, hopefully flipping it into a support so we can start grinding higher. 3 more days, as long as we don't nuke in the next 3 days, then it looks like this candle will have recovered over the 20-week EMA. And that kind of a candle is a nice recovery reversal kind of candle, okay? You can see the dip was indeed bought up quick, okay? But we need to maintain the momentum. We need to start grinding back in this direction. I'm not saying it's going to go boom next week straight back up to this orange line, which is the resistance line. This is the total 3, by the way. This is The entire crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So everything else, okay? Everything else. We barely touched a new high for everything else compared to the 2021 November peak, okay? Just barely by a little bit. Corrected massively there. So our first attempt at a massive new breakout to all-time highs for altcoins was thoroughly rejected. But if we can start grinding up into, March and April, great. Okay. Ethereum currently, it's actually on the zoomed in the 4-hour charts. Ethereum currently attempting a breakout on the yellow line, which is the 20-period moving average. I had to zoom into the 4-hour charts because it's getting too gross looking at the daily charts. I mean, look at that. Yuck. Yuck. What is that? Jeez Louise. ETH. Anyway, $2,800 Ethereum right now. Could be worse. But it's right back to a key area of price resistance, price support. Hopefully we can finish the weekly above $2,800, but hope is not a strategy. It's just, would be nice to see considering how important that level has been in previous times. You can see back here, resistance here, support. So it's really back at a very, very critical level right now. Put a line there so it makes it a little easier for you to see those times when it's been support, resistance. So $2,800, very, very key level here for ETH. Interestingly, on the weekly, still in that gargantuan triangle now. We did get the wick down below that just a little bit. Okay. We did have, of course, a slight deviation above that as well. But overall, still grinding up, coiling up for a potential move. Now you start putting daily or weekly candles under this line. And again, we're at a very critical level right now for the cryptocurrency markets, right? It's at the kind of bounce or I cut it off area, right? A lot of the altcoins, the others charts, altcoins versus Bitcoin, all this kind of stuff. Everything right now at very, very critical levels. Breakdowns much further. It's just going to be devastation on the charts, okay? Things need to start bouncing in the not so distant future, or at least slowly grinding back up. They don't have to do mega bounces, just slowly grind back up, stop going in the wrong direction. Otherwise, the charts are going to start looking pretty cooked, and we need to update some models, I suppose, at that point. Daily here for Ethereum still, or for this Solana, sorry. For Solana, still looking pretty decent, although trading under the 50-day EMA currently. Okay. Let's actually just throw a 100-day. There should be a 100-day EMA on this chart, actually. Usually is. Let's throw it on there real quick, see how it's looking. Got to make it big. It's got to be big. Don't like itty bitty little lines. There we go. Currently, okay, 100-day EMA providing overhead resistance. Solana needs to get back up over 210, basically, which of course would coincide with this. And look how many of these moving averages are just coiling up together right now. If Solana takes out 220, potential run back to new highs, breaks out of the downtrend, breaks past all the moving averages, rock and roll. I don't have any thoughts on Teller. Haven't thought about Teller in years. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, but I have no idea. AVAX, activity on the AVAX network is spiking. About damn time, Avalanche. There's been some meme coins and stuff over there that can get people a bit excited to move their money over to Avalanche, so that's pretty cool. But, Avalanche charts, looking about as good as Ethereum charts right now. Utter devastation. Basically, all the EMAs trending downwards, price dramatically under all the major EMAs. So, again, we need to see some good price action here. Ideally, AVAX back above $30. That'll start giving us some hope of moving in the right direction, okay? Ran with a good thought here. Market exhaustion is a real thing. I completely agree, especially when you get so many of these emotional roller coasters. Like in December, like, oh, it's finally starting to happen. Like, well, we'll get dips and stuff. There'll be regional, rational thing. No, just everything's down 90% 4 weeks later. Fuck. Again. It's been an exhausting 2 years, right? There's been very few coins that have had outperformance. You had to be in them at the exact right time, get out at the exact right time. Early meme coins like Brett or Popcat or Dog with Hat, Pepe, stuff like this. If you got in super early, okay, with enough size, you could have made life-changing money. Most people didn't. Very, very few people did, in fact, okay? if you got the right airdrops. And most airdrops have been absolute garbage, right? But a few airdrops did really, really well. So there's been very few ways to make money. I really feel like we've gone from this believe in something to believe in nothing kind of mentality in crypto, where it's just constant rotations, new thing of the week all the time. And of course, that's why it's been so hard with crypto trying to get, money behind the majors, right? Because, well, why would you buy Chainlink when you could go buy the new $50,000 market cap pile of shit that just listed on pump.fun? And yeah, you might lose all your money. You put your $100 in, you might lose your $100, but you might make $10,000 if it pumps. Okay. How are you going to take $100 and put it in Chainlink and make $10,000? You're not with Bitcoin, not with Ethereum, not with Solana. So we start going into the depths of financial nihilism and rotations, and every rally gets gnawed off its feet, et cetera, et cetera. It's been tough. It's been a tough market cycle to navigate for the last year and a half. Okay. As Rand says, altcoin market exhausted, buyers deployed, speculators blown up, all narratives fully priced in, Bitcoin flows remain confined, no longer filter into alts. True, with Wall Street money flowing in. The only thing that pushes the market higher is a Fed pivot or some Trump action that increases liquidity, which can happen sooner than you think. Yes, Fed needs to do QE. Something's got to move on the macro scene to really get people back in. We could have some rallies despite that in the market. But if you really want to see a good, solid market run, we need some fundamental changes in the macro scene, which we haven't really got yet. McKenna here is saying, going to call it, stick my neck online, but I think the bottom is in for some of these majors in 2025. Not all assets are created equal, and fundamentals have never mattered more for an asset's direction or bid. You will play early stage mind share froth for outperformance. But I think for a decent chunk of these fundamentally strong assets, we're basically there up only. There you go. Just his opinion, of course, but there are a lot of coins that have been at great prices recently and that will recover. Now, there's a lot of shit on the risk spectrum where it's just not going to recover. It's just going to go to zero, man. It's just going to go to zero. Unfortunately, some of the AI agents and stuff I was buying back in December, man, some of that shit's probably going to go to zero. Unfortunately. But such as things. Anyway, guys, want to sign up to the newsletter, get signed up. It's free. Link down below in the description. Go check it out. 150,000 people a week reading that bad boy. You could be one of those people. Loads of information. Whole team of writers, researchers, giving you all the latest happening in the cryptocurrency markets, altcoin alpha, meme coin alpha, all kinds of stuff. Deep dive, weekly reports on altcoins, and much more. Go check it out. So let's have some water. Hydrate, guys. Hydrate. Some nice water all the way from Norway. Straight from a glacier to my mouth. Great. He acts surprised when looking at Ethereum and other alts that go down because he doesn't care about altcoins. All his money is in BTC and BTC. If you're talking about me, I have plenty. You can look at my portfolio. Well, by the way, let's do the portfolio disclosure. Don't forget about that, Lark. If you ever want to know what cryptocurrencies I hold, full portfolio disclosures down below in the description. Go check it out. You'll find my current holdings, venture round investments, all that kind of stuff. OTC deals, the works. Right down here, full disclosures, plus a risk statement, because investing in crypto is risky. You can literally lose all of your money, which is something I've been saying basically every video for months. Okay, you got to take profits when profits are there and understand that a lot of these coins are going to go to zero way before the end of the bull market. Okay. Okay. Love Bitcoin. That's about half my portfolio, which keeps me sane, man. You have some good water there. There is some tasty water in New Zealand. New Zealand does indeed have some tasty water. Over there, I'm not in New Zealand anymore, but they do have good water. San Pellegrino. It's, I do like some San Pellegrino. It's your red light hat flash. Let's turn that's red light hat on. Thanks for reminding me, guys. Here you can see. It does not really flash. It's just kind of solid light. Looks a bit pulsating on the camera, but it is just a solid light. Okay, here we go. Dude, you're making videos at a faster rate than Trump signs executive orders. I'm enjoying it. We've been trying to make 2 videos a day, which sounds like a lot, but there's so much happening in the market. So many things to talk about, so many frameworks and models and ideas and theories and things to break down. I want to make sure you guys have all the information that you need. We're trying to take relatively unbiased stances here towards cycle theories and frameworks and all this kind of stuff. So I hope it's useful. Thoughts on AOs? I don't have any thoughts on AOs currently. Haven't looked at them in a long time. Nice carbon footprint on the water from, whatever. It's water, man. It's delicious. It's delicious. Ah, yes. Let's see here. Ah, tastes like climate change. Perfect. Actually, we have a, my wife was saying, we're using up too many bottles all the time. Like, yeah, okay. They're good for making videos. We actually have one of those carbonator machines. My buddy gave me one. We have one of those carbonator machines, so you can actually use the filtered water. So we have filtered water, of course, in the tap in the kitchen. So you fill up a bottle, put it in the carbonator, sticks carbon in. It's actually pretty useful. Kids love it. My son loves making the carbonated water. Okay, where are we up to? With Ethereum not being an American company, can or would Trump still put it in the Strategic Reserve or National Reserve? Well, how about this? Bitcoin's not an American company either. Of course, Bitcoin's not a company, and you could argue that Ethereum is not a company. Really. Now, you might say, oh, but they've got the Ethereum Foundation, therefore that makes it like a company-like structure. Yeah, sort of. It's just basically a group of developers behind the open source software, but okay. Okay, sure. I think that Ethereum, just look at what the Trump boys are doing right now. Eric Trump, big Ethereum bull. They bought $500 million worth of Ethereum. So I feel like there's something going on there. What about Matic? Pain and suffering for Matic. I'm sorry, Kara. It's been rough. It's been rough. What a just the darling of last cycle wrecked this cycle. It's crazy. It's everything was there for Polygon to succeed this cycle. I'm not totally sure why it didn't. Users just went elsewhere. Solana offered a better casino at the end of the day. The thing that Polygon should have done, I guess, the second they saw Pump.Fun launch should have been to launch Polygon.Fun and push meme coins hard. But Phantom's a better wallet. And that's the Solana focused wallet. The Solana team is absolutely just locked in and a bunch of chads, and they just pushed it, man. They made it into a reality. Yes. So Elon Musk came out the other day and he said that we should put the treasury on the blockchain, which I completely agree. There's so much waste and fraud in most governments. It's all hidden behind doors. Now that they're actually auditing everything, they're finding so much bullshit. It's unbelievable. So much corruption. Okay. Not even to mention all the stuff around the Mexican beer crisis and the payments to certain places where Mexican beer was being experimented on. And then the first person to get, drunk from the Mexican beer crisis happened to be the guy who was working on how to get Mexican beer from bats into people. Okay. Yeah. They found a lot of crazy shit, man. Okay. Saw your short. I have swapped about 45% or something like that of my Ethereum into Solana. Although I'm sitting here on the rest of my ETH thinking, gosh, damn, part of me just wants to put the rest of it into Solana too. But, the flip side is like, at some point, fucking Ethereum's going to fucking pump, isn't it? Isn't it? Just gotta wait. Survive the pain. But man, Ethereum has underperformed to a dramatic degree. And so I think when we see ETH get to like 7K and whenever the next major rally comes in, I'm out. I'm gonna get out, man. The other foot. I'm just here to see Nikolai bust in again. Might still happen. Do you have Cardano in your portfolio? No. Again, you can go look at my portfolio at any time you want. I have not owned Cardano since I've not owned any Cardano since I want to say 2021. Yeah, early 2021, late 2022, something like that. Sold it around $1. Obviously went a bit higher after that, but sold around $1 is good. Had a good time. Made a lot of money. It's like not exactly a 50x, but a lot of my Cardano I bought around 2 cents, just held and sat on it for a long time. Other purchases around like 10 cents and stuff. I don't know. Maybe the final tally was like 35x or some bullshit like that. But, you know, made a lot of money on Cardano, but I do not currently own any Cardano. Now, in terms of Cardano being used as the blockchain for US Treasury transparency, I have no idea if Elon Musk is actually going to get to do that. That'd be massive if they did do it. Everything transparent. Every purchase that the US Treasury has to do gets recorded on the damn blockchain. Now, I don't know if that's going to be Cardano or Hashgraph or any of the other sort of US blockchains, but it would definitely be a US blockchain, I would think. Now, maybe you're going to say, well, maybe it's going to be Ethereum because it's more secure or whatever. I don't know. I think Cardano would actually be a good fit. Cardano is really focused on that big government kind of stuff, enabling government services and things like that. So plus Charles he's locked in, man. He's rubbing his shoulders with all the right people in DC. So it could happen. But I mean, don't know how high we're going to put the chances on that. Certainly not super high, but it'd be interesting if it happened. Did altcoin season call in? Altcoin season's got a hangover, man. They drank way too much. Too many meme coins. Late night shots. Got to sleep it off for a little while. Lark, first-time poster, would you consider selling 50% of your Bitcoin? And if so, what would be the catalyst for that? I guess if this cycle gets absolutely crazier than I think it could, right? I was talking to one of my buddies the other day. He's like, Bitcoin's going to go like 700K. You know, all this stuff. Like, no one's actually bullish enough. The way the cycles go and the Wall Street money, the strategic reserve and stuff like that is going to go way higher than you think. Okay, if that happens, if I see BTC at $700,000, well, yeah, I'm probably going to sell some of Bitcoin. You know, fuck, you know, why not? Why not? And then, of course, it will go down again. Rebuy it at 200K, I guess. But if it gets that insane, yeah, I'll take some off the table. Or when Bitcoin gets to $1 million, I think it's probably not going to happen until like the 2030s. But it will happen. Only question is when. Okay. First time watching, a lot of tickers there. Chainlink, I'm a big Chainlink fan. It's been a kind of steady coin. It doesn't have dramatic outperformance, you know, so it's got that kind of issue about it, but it's very good technology-wise, right? A very important piece of infrastructure in the cryptocurrency marketplace. Ondo, I saw they just got... Was that partnership they got today? I saw that post. I'm gonna try and bring it up. I can't remember. There was something big happened with Ondo today. Let me just have a look here. Should come straight up. What the heck was it? Ondo. Some big, whatever. I can't remember what it was, stocks or something like that, or coming to Ondo, or tokenized stocks, tokenized bonds, some shit like that. I can't remember exactly what the post was, but it's like, oh, that's a really big post. I think I posted over here. Hold on a second. I'm going to try and tell you what it was here. Let me just see here. There it is. Okay. Right. Ondo Finance launches a platform to bring US stocks, bonds, and ETFs on chain. Now, that is fucking huge. Gargantuan. Of course, they have partnerships with like BlackRock and shit. So like, I mean, it's all kind of happening there, isn't it? Like, that's really, really big. Now, I don't know. I'm not an expert on the Ondo tokenomics model. I don't know if very much value actually flows back to the Ondo token. And if it's all just speculation because you see big news happening. But yeah, anyway. Did you sell your man? Oh, ages ago, man. Ages ago. Sold those Manta bags ages ago, man. For a loss. It's a good time. Anyway, at least these layer twos, man, that's just, don't invest in, don't invest where the hell you want to invest in, not financial advice, but I would not invest in any layer two tokens. Every single layer two token that's come out has just gone to absolute shit. Think about it. Starknet, Optimism, and Optimism and Arbitrum are kind of the hardest working ones, but like, fuck, I mean, I have not been over on Arbitrum in like a while. I just do everything on Base now. Why would you do anything else anywhere else except on Base? ZK Sync, Linea, what else do we have? Mode, Manta, Starknet, like 10 others. Nobody cares. Nobody's using this shit. We don't need 50 layer twos, but that was always my thesis. is that when it comes to the layer 2 scene, you're going to see 2 or 3 layer 2s capture 90% of the layer 2 market share, which is what's happening. Whenever I give up on something I've been holding long term, it always just goes nuts. Yeah, that's definitely the case. The second you sell something, phew. Lark, Trump paused tariffs for a month, so you're bearish on crypto for the short term because of that. I think any short term bearish vibe, just looking at the charts, man, all you have to do is look at the charts. Now, when the charts start to recover, when the charts start to show more strength for altcoins, I mean, basically everything's, except for a few coins currently trading under its 50-day moving average, that's not strength. That's the exact opposite. That's showing weakness. Okay, Bitcoin's the only coin that's really doing very, very well in the current market situation. Most coins are showing weakness right now. So a lot of coins have even put in, crazy bottoms, prices you wouldn't think you would have seen, a month ago. You'd be like, it's never going back to that. Not that soon. Oh no, straight back there. A few, grind up for a month and then elevator straight down back to the lows of months ago. It's frustrating, but that's the way the market's been. In terms of Trump tariffs being paused for a month, that essentially lets markets give some time to digest, for negotiation teams to talk to each other and figure out what the deals are going to look like, et cetera, et cetera. So probably not the big deal that, people are going to think about it being. So when the tariffs do come in, it'll probably be a much more measured situation. What do you think about base? Use base all the time. Big base fan. Put a shitload of money into Arbitrum instead of buying Turbo. Oh my God. Yeah. Arbitrum, man. I would not buy any layer 2 token. They're all governance tokens. I mean, the one token that I think is there's probably 1 or 2 more, but look at Blast. Geez. Mantle. Okay. Mantle from, the Bybit team. Okay. So in terms of like layer 2 and stuff like that, but that's because they use the MNT token as gas. Okay. So the MNT token actually has real value in the network and it's deeply used throughout DeFi within the Mantle network and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a different situation compared to like Starknet and Linea and ZK Sync. And there's like 3 or 4 others I've used in the last year. I can't remember their names anymore. It's like nobody uses them. Farm the airdrops, got the airdrops, and that's it. Where do you see Ondo going? I have absolutely no idea. Do you own it? No, I do not. Again, portfolio disclosures down below in the YouTube description. A couple more questions here and we'll finish up. Would you risk buying WIF at this price? I have not had a good chance to have a look at the charts. So just saying, well, it's at 80 cents right now. Currently, I'd like to see a little more strength. In fact, I think I've got the chart up here. As I was going to look at it before the stream, but then I didn't get around to doing it. So let's have a quick peek at it. What do we got here? Oh my gosh, look at this. It is currently down 83% from recent highs. Fantastic. Now, this is the 4-hour chart. Let's put it on the 4-hour chart. We are attempting to take back the 20-day EMA or 20-period EMA on the 4-hour chart. Hasn't happened yet, but let's just zoom out to the daily here. It's a little more instructive. Daily, look at that. Devastation. Absolute slaughter fest for this coin. So if you're just looking at it like, well, I just want to buy it when it's, quote unquote cheap. The problem is, let's see if it's even, this is some Binance is not on there. The problem is that this is an on-chain coin, right? So you can always go lower. The support areas listed on Binance are not necessarily the on-chain support areas. Now, for me, if I wanted to get back into a WIF trade, I would want to see the 20-day EMA retaken. Yellow line on the chart here is currently around $1.10 if you were to just teleport straight up there. Now, I know what you're thinking, well, why would I wait for that, Lark? Shouldn't I buy it now? And then, well, you can do that. But the reality is just look at this thing. What's been happening, okay? From the time that we lost definitively the 20-day EMA, rejection 1, rejection 2, rejection 3, rejection 4. It's been rejected 4 times at the 20-day EMA. 4 times. So it's obviously being respected. So if you buy now, you rally up here and just get rejected again. You want to see it actually be taken out. Until that happens, for me, there's no trade on with. If you're just buying it, hoping that it's going to go up, I mean, maybe we turn around real quick and this has been a great opportunity to buy. I guess time will tell. But for me, I would like to see more strength come back into that. But that's my opinion on a lot of altcoins right now. Starknet. Okay, yes, Starknet also. That's right. Starknet also lets you pay for gas fees, but I think it's optional, isn't it? You can pay with gas. You can pay with Stark or with ETH, if I remember correctly. But I haven't looked at Starknet in a year, man. So I'm, I cannot give great opinions on a lot of these layer 2 networks. I've just psychologically written them off. Do you think Pump.Fund? Well, certainly Pump.Fund. They made $600 million or something like that. They've made a lot of money, haven't they? And the amount of money that's been extracted through Pump.Fund is insane. Insane. So it hasn't necessarily destroyed altcoin season, but a lot of money has just been burnt by people just going and gambling on these shitters that come out there. Quantum, 5th time lucky. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see what it can do. When the rich want to buy something, they knock and suppress the price. What's the most oversold major crypto right now? Ethereum. Yeah, it is one of the most major oversold major cryptos right now. This is true. If you're, I guess, if you're just a value buyer, then that's potentially interesting for a 2-3x. What altcoins do you recommend buying right now? This is a question I get a lot. My kind of general sentiment around this has been probably if you have money and you're looking to put it in the market and you're just looking for value investing, not short-term trading, whatever, and you're okay to just eat shit for a little while in case prices go lower, would be just to double down on existing bags. Okay? You don't need to go and be buying new coins. Just double down on existing bags. Add a little bit to, if you got whatever bags you have, that's probably the thing to do, right? Brings your cost average down a bit, especially if you're doing top blasting back in December. You buy now. So if you bought a coin for $10 back in December and it's $5 now and you buy an equal amount, well, now your average cost is $7.50. So you're not down as bad and your ability to break even and then put in profits becomes a bit better on that coin, right? Okay, last question, guys, and we're going to finish up for today. Wish people would just buy Pepe. Is the bear market canceled because the USA getting Bitcoin reserves? Let's just see how the markets play out. What the charts keep telling us. Right now, a lot of altcoins in at least a very major corrective period, if not going into something deeper and darker. But we need to actually get a US Bitcoin reserve launched. That's the tricky part. Can we get this actually happening? And I don't think it happens till later this year. Okay, I know there's a lot of expectation that on day one, we're going to have a strategic Bitcoin reserve announcement. My guess is David Sachs and Loomis and all these guys, they're going to they're going to put together the bill in the next few months. Then the bill will make it to Congress in like September, October. And that's probably when we get our market cycle peak. Now, whether that passes or not, that's when the market cycle peak is going to be. The expectation of the passing of that bill will be when Bitcoin peaks. That'll be the ultimate buy the rumors, sell the news right there. And you'll find that to be very, very counterintuitive. And that's my guess of where the market peaks at, because we were talking a little while ago. I was like, what the hell is going to be the thing? Like on par with like El Salvador Bitcoin legal tender or the Coinbase IPO. It's the US Bitcoin Strategic Reserve news. Whenever they sit down in Congress, debate that bill again, pass or don't pass. That's probably going to be the market top, wherever that comes in. And even if it does pass, here's the thing. Everyone's going to go, oh, see, it passed. Now we're going to go to Bitcoin gets to 250K around that time, right? And they're going to say, well, it passed. Now we're going to go to $500,000. Now we're going to go to $1 million. Because look, Americans are going to start buying 200,000 Bitcoin a year. True. I think Michael Saylor's bought 400,000 Bitcoin in the last 3 years, 4 years. Okay. Has that sent the price to $1 million? No. It's definitely been a nice price support when he's been buying. But for every buyer, there is a seller. And if the United States is buying 1 million Bitcoin over 5 years, which is the Cynthia Loomis proposal, fantastic. Guess who's going to start selling? A lot of people. That's who. Anyway, guys, we're going to finish up there for today. You're awesome. Thanks so much for joining in. I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.